Hello friends, we are going to learn something regarding valuation of goodwill. We have already completed. Now we are going to learn something about journal entries for valuation of goodwill, or how goodwill will be recorded in books of accounts. Is it alright? So recording goodwill in books of accounts. So we are learning everything logically. Let us learn this also logically. Why we are valuing goodwill? This is important at the time of admission of partner. Once again, try to understand. There is a firm A, B and company. Is it correct? Where A and B are equal partners. Now they are admitting C as equal partner. Now understand, suppose this is my goodwill. Current goodwill, is it alright? Let me give the name goodwill. I have drawn a diagram for goodwill, but try to understand. The value of the goodwill is rupees 30,000. Can you tell me who has made this goodwill? Which partners have made this goodwill? You will surely say, sir, only A and B, because right now C is not a partner. Is it alright? Where this goodwill will be recorded in books of accounts? The answer is nowhere. Because this is generated goodwill, not purchased goodwill. Is it right? You can go to even the explanation, you will be understanding more where I have explained you why we are valuing the goodwill. Is it right? So this goodwill benefit should be received by A and B. Is it right? What is happening is, what is the benefit of A if goodwill is sold right now? 15,000. What is the benefit of B if goodwill is sold right now? 15,000. But normally goodwill is sold along with the business. Is it alright? And right now A and B are admitting Mr. C. They are not having any plan to sell this particular business. So now what happens is this. Any partner who is admitted as an equal partner will also become owner of this asset. Please understand, all partners are co-owner of the assets, all assets of partnership. Alright. Now understand, if C is not told to give anything for goodwill, what will happen is this. Now there will be three parts of goodwill. This will be for A, this will be for B, and this will be for C. As they are equal partners, Mr. A will take 10,000, Mr. B will take 10,000, and Mr. C will take 10,000. Is it alright? And now, what is the value which A should be getting? 15,000. What is the value B should be getting? 15,000. If C is not paying anything towards goodwill, if there is no journal entry passed, now what will be the share of Mr. A is 10,000, what will be the share of Mr. B is 10,000. What they have lost is 5,000 each. Is it? Both have lost 5,000 rupees each in terms of goodwill. Is it? Now understand, the journal entry comes into picture. The first method for recording the goodwill is number 1. The first method for recording this particular goodwill is you directly adjust the capital accounts of partners. Directly adjusting capital accounts of partners. Is it alright? Now, who are the partners? A and B are losing something. How much they are losing? 5,000. Is it alright? To A, to B. As they are losing 5,000 each, their account will be credited. When you credit the account, they are getting now the benefit. Is it alright? And whose account should be debited? As C was not the partner up till now, but now onwards he will become co-owner of the goodwill. So what is his share of goodwill? Is 10,000. Is it alright? So Mr. C's account debit will be 10,000. And this is a direct adjustment of goodwill. This is direct adjustment of goodwill. Is it alright? Please understand what is happening. Who will be debited? The person who is getting benefit will be debited, because now you should debit him so that that benefit is nullified. Is it? He is getting an undue benefit. Is it? This goodwill is not created by him, but he is still getting a benefit of 10,000 rupees. So his account will be debited by 10,000 rupees. In future, he will be getting 10,000 rupees less from the partnership firm. This both are having a loss of 5,000 rupees. Their account will be credited by 5,000 rupees. In future, they will be getting 5,000 rupees more as a benefit. So the loss and benefit will be nullified. His benefit and loss will be nullified. Ultimately, the answer will remain same. Is it right? You are a student, so you need to even understand how to pass this goodwill. Is it right? Mr. C account will be debited. Is it right? By his share of goodwill. Is it alright? Please understand how to find out his share of goodwill. Is it alright? His share of goodwill can be found out by total goodwill multiplied by his P&L ratio. Is it right? What is the total goodwill? 30,000. He is 1/3 partner, so 1/3, 10,000 will be his share of profit. 10,000 is C's share of profits. Is it alright? Now, what is to be done over here is this. Is it right? It is Mr. C's shares of goodwill. These two partners will be getting the benefit in which ratio is sacrifice ratio. Any partner who is debited will be in gain ratio. Here only one partner is there, only one partner is admitted, so we will be taking gain ratio of only one partner or his share of goodwill. For any other partners who are credited, it will be sacrifice ratio. Now you also understand? The person who has got the undue gain, his account is debited, so it will be in gain ratio. If there are more than one partners who are admitted, normally that type of question will not come. The persons who has got loss because they have created the goodwill, now one more partner is added to their share of goodwill. Is it alright? So those who have got the loss will be distributing that particular loss in their sacrifice ratio. This gain will be distributed by A and B. Is it alright? Please understand, if you ask me, sir, logically how this works, then also it is easy to understand logically how this works. Is it alright? See, what I am doing is directly this. It is goodwill account debit. Now, who are the persons who have created the goodwill? A and B. To A, to B. What is the value of goodwill? 30,000. What is the profit sharing ratio? 15,000. 15,000. Is it alright? Now, the goodwill cannot be recorded in books of accounts. Means it cannot be written in books of accounts if it is not a purchased goodwill. Is this a purchased goodwill? The answer is no. Then this should be written off. Is it alright? Now, who will bear the writing off is all the partners A, B and C. Is it? Now they are equal partners. So A's account debit. I need to close to goodwill. I have debited 30,000. To close it, I need to credit it 30,000. As they are equal partners, all will be having share of 10,000. Now, if you merge this two entry, it is nothing but this entry. Is it alright? So we don't pass this two entries, we directly pass this entry. Is it alright? So goodwill is cancelled. A, credit 15,000, debit 10,000. You can also understand from this viewpoint what is happening. B, credit 15,000, B, debit 10,000. So both of them is having credit 5,000. Mr. C only debit 10,000, so C is debited by 10,000. So this first method should be absolutely clear, recording the goodwill by directly adjusting capital accounts of partners. That's got it. Second method that we are going to learn is when the goodwill, there is a second method. When the goodwill is brought in cash by incoming partner. Now, who was incoming partner in our case? Incoming partner was Mr. C. Is it right? What was his share of goodwill? 10,000. That 10,000 Mr. C will bring in as a cash. He will bring in as a cash. So what will be the journal entry? Bank account debit. How much he should bring? 10,000, not 30,000. Understand, he is becoming co-owner of goodwill. His share is only 10,000, so he will bring in only 10,000. Is it right? Who should be credited? Can you tell me? Is it right? Now understand, it should be Mr. A to Mr. B, who are existing partners in their P&L ratio. Alright, this is nothing but actually this should be in sacrifice ratio. But here everything is same. I have taken an easy point, so everything is same and it will remain very clear. Is it right? Sacrifice ratio. Is it alright? Now you will say me, sir, what is difference between this and this? There is no difference. Understand? Here Mr. C was debited by 10,000 because he was not bringing in cash. Is it right? So in future he will have to bring in that 10,000 rupees. Is it alright? A and B were credited by 5,000 rupees only. Is it right? Here, as he is already giving 10,000 rupees cash, his account will not be debited. Is it alright? Sir, still we don't understand the difference. It is very easy, try to understand. When he brings in the cash, bank account debit to Mr. C's account. How much he is bringing in cash? 10,000. Pass the journal entry that we have already passed over here. Is it alright? That is Mr. C's account debit to A to B. Is it alright? Mr. C's account debit to A to B. This entry we were already passing. 10,000, 5,000, 5,000. Is it right? If you will merge this entry, Mr. C will be getting cancelled. Ultimately, what we are passing is this entry. Is it right? So ultimately, if you understand only this entry, always this entry is passed. Even if you see this logic, even if you see this logic, here Mr. C's account will not be debited just because he is bringing in bank or cash. So bank account will be debited instead of Mr. C. A and B should be getting benefit of 5,000 rupees each. Is it right? Third is, believe me, not a different method. They have written it as a different method, but it is not a different method where this goodwill is withdrawn by partners. So still only this journal entry will be passed first. No, they are saying these two partners are withdrawing their money of goodwill. What were their money of goodwill? 5,000. Now they are withdrawing it. So A and B account debit to bank. How much A is withdrawing? 5,000. How much B is withdrawing? 5,000. How much total is withdrawn is 10,000. Yes, of course, this will be after passing this journal entry. If the amount is withdrawn by the existing partners or old partners, it will be directly reflected over year. Is that right? And this additional journal entry passed. Sir, if the partners are taking money out of the business, the same journal entry is passed. Even if the money is taken for goodwill or any other purpose, ultimately what goes out is bank. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So bank will be credited. Who is taking it? A and B. So A and B account will be debited. These are various methods, but understand practically the person who is gaining account will be debited by his gaining ratio if there are more than one persons. The persons whose account will be credited are the persons who are sacrificing their share of goodwill. See, this 5,000 will be sacrificing share of goodwill by Mr. A. 5,000 is also sacrificing share of goodwill of Mr. B. Is it right? This is nothing but at the time of admission of the partner, what will happen. So this is why we record the goodwill, and 1, 2 and 3 methods of recording the goodwill. Is it all right? Now we'll be doing some of the questions from the book so as to understand how we'll be practically using all the methods.